I wanted to make this video to highlight some influential Noahide women in the Bible who I feel are underrated. For example, Yael, the wife of Hagar the Cainite, who famously kills Sisera by taking a tent pin and a mallet, and when he was fast asleep from exhaustion, she approached him stealthily and drove the pin through his temple till it went down into the ground. Thus he died. And then when Barak shows up, Yael goes out to greet him and says, "Come, I will show you the man you were looking for." He went inside with her, and there Sisera was laying dead with the pin in his temple. And then in the next chapter of Judges, chapter 5, "Most blessed of women be Yael, wife of Hagar the Cainite, most blessed of women in tents." So she is blessed above all women who dwell in tents. And here is Ziphrah, the wife of Moses. And here's an interesting pattern. We see that Rebekah had been selected by Eliezer as the wife of Isaac while she was drawing water for him. Jacob had seen Rachel first while she was watering her sheep. And at this well in Midian, Moses met his future wife, Ziphrah. And Ziphrah is the daughter of Jethro. So Ziphrah was famous for taking a piece of flint and cutting off her son Gershom's foreskin, just a woman doing this, and saying, "You are truly a bridegroom of blood to me." And here it's discussing why she's called a Cushite woman. It's because Ziphrah was different from all other women by her words and by her good deeds. And here we have Pharaoh's daughter, who finds baby Moses floating on the Nile in a basket, and he grows up. She adopts him and brings him up. When the child grew up, she brought him to Pharaoh's daughter, who made him her son. She named him Moses, explaining, "I drew him out of the water." So she is the one who gave him this name that the Torah uses, although he has other names. So in 1 Chronicles 4:18, you can find the other names of Moses. And one here, Yehotiel, is the name that his parents gave him, or his mother gave him, his biological mother. And we see Heber here. And here it's talking about the sons of Bityah, which we know is Moses. So this source is saying all of these names refer to Moses. And these are the sons of Bityah, the daughter of Pharaoh. So she's getting credit as his actual mother, even though she just adopted him. And here they're asking, why is she called Yehudiah? It's because or Judaitis, because she repudiated idol worship. And the daughter of Pharaoh came down to wash herself in the Nile, and that's how she discovers Moses. She went down to wash and purify herself from the idols of her father's house. And then we have Hagar, or Keturah. They're the same, and these are the wife of Abraham, and the mother of Ishmael. And here we have in Genesis 16, she talks to an angel of God. Hagar converses with an angel of God on 2 occasions. Here in Genesis 16, the angel says to her, "Hagar, handmaid of Sarai, from where have you come, and where are you going?" These are some very interesting questions when you think about it. And considering her name is Hagar, which looks in Hebrew exactly like hagar, so a person who converted from idol worship perhaps to monotheism, 7 laws at this time, at the very least, but one God for sure. So, where have you come from, and where are you going? And then again in Genesis 21, Elohim heard the voice of the lad. An angel of God called to Hagar from heaven and said to her, "What is the matter, Hagar? Do not fear." And then we have Naamah, who is the sister of Tubal-Cain in Genesis 4. And it is said that this Naamah was Noah's wife. And here's what they say about Noah and Naamah. Like Abraham and Sarah, he does not, Hashem, God, does not prevent proper women from the righteous ones, but matches them. As so too do we find with the wife of Noah, that her actions and his actions were of the same measure. That is why she merited with him and was rescued from the waters of the flood. So she was as righteous as Noah. And then we have another Noahide woman with this same name much later. Naamah the Ammonite, who is Solomon's wife, and therefore the mother of Rehoboam. So, and these are the Jewish kings. And it says here, "I have 2 good shoots to graft onto you, Ruth the Moabite, the ancestress of the house of David, and Naamah the Ammonite, whose marriage with Solomon led to the ensuing dynasty of the kings of Judea." And then we have Ruth, who famously says, "Do not entreat me to forsake you, to turn back from after you. For where you go, shall I go. Where you lie down, shall I lie down. Your people are my people, and your God is my God." And then here's a midrash. Here's what it says about Ruth. "Many women have done well, but you surpassed them all." And here's an honorable mention to an unnamed daughter of Putiel, who Eleazar, the son of Aaron, took as a wife, one of the daughters of Putiel, who was also considered outstanding in his generation. And this union produced Pinchas, who was granted a covenant of peace by God. So this unknown daughter of Putiel marries Eleazar, and we get Pinchas from it. So interesting that Eleazar and Moses marry a daughter of Jethro, because Putiel is one of the names of Jethro, as we see here. And here are the rest of them. You'll see that Moses and Jethro share the name Hagar. It's also interesting because Jethro has the value 616, and so does Eleazar ben Aaron. So Eleazar marries a daughter of Jethro, and so did Moses. So there are just a few of the influential Noahide women in the Bible. I hope you enjoyed this, because I do plan on doing a separate videos on all of these women. So I'll spend a little time, and we can go through the sources and see what they say about these righteous women. Thank you.